Okay, so next portfolio is Derk. Derk, buddy. Derk is a beast when it comes to critiques in the Discord. I tell you what. Let's see what's going on here. Critique on blocked environments and an overall view of my portfolio, plus what would be ideal for recruiters, for instance. Okay. So, right off the bat, pretty interesting variety of stuff. I like the subtlety of the Substance logo, just because, I mean, it doesn't need to be the giant logo, does it? Dang, I need to go through that. Look at that, 245. You've done a lot of our challenges. We probably should start putting those on Instagram because they're stupid high quality. I love it. But let's see here. So, texture environment artist, graduating August 2019, Netherlands. Okay, and we'll start here at the beginning. So, we've got a leather material. This is 2 years ago. Looks pretty good. Roughness looks nice. I'll just keep going. Nothing like sticks out to me too much. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It kind of feels like it's not like right here. It feels like it flattens out a little bit more than you would expect it to. So maybe not pillowy enough. So the next one is 7 months ago. Dang, that stuff's pretty cool. Yeah, this is nice. This is cool stuff just because it's so abstract. The ArcViz substance materials, pretty cool. For some reason, this makes me think about Superman. Kyle's only critique is that this Derk guy is a handsome fellow. So Derk says that he's doing more engine-related texture studies now to get more into the game stuff. It's a fun transition. Nice. Oh, man. So, that looks great. That looks real good. There's only, there's very small amounts of clipping. Dude, man, what's up? You can't post portfolio links anymore. But you're a moderator. What do you mean? In context, what's up, dude? All right. Let me see if I can. Huh. Okay, curious. I'm gonna have to remind me about that after the stream. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know what that even means. I haven't changed anything. So I was gonna say this looks pretty good. It may be a little too dark in the little crevices. But this one's a little harder to sell just because the pills are clipping in with each other so much. This is an interesting choice, I will admit. But the contrast on this one is a little nicer than this one. This one feels like it gets pretty dark pretty fast. But looks pretty good. That's pretty crazy good. There's a pattern that I'm seeing. You know when you squint? This is gonna kill you, I bet. Let me do this. Nice. All right. I'm seeing it, and I don't know how to show that I'm seeing it. No. Okay, so this M&M right here. So you see I'm like slicing through it. So that's like its angle. So if I do this, it's like you're using a very common angle of change or rotation. and it's just enough that it breaks the randomness. Does that make sense? So I'm seeing, here, let me, oops. Need to do this too. I need to rotate and swap for another one. Where are you at? I think you get the point though. Anyways, I'm picking up on a pattern in them, and I can see it when I squint, if that makes sense. But yeah, so just so that you know, there's a pattern in them. Anywho, material-wise, it's pretty freaking solid. Definitely. I probably... Poor dead horse. I'm like... let's go back into here and kind of dabble around. So this one, dude, when you posted this, I was like, this looks freaking cool. I don't know if it's like the colors. Seeing this GIF too, it just gets you, man. This looks so good. This is definitely one of the better renders I've seen of this type of substance material. Super cool. This is Cinema 4D as well. Dude, awesome. Super nice though, super nice. And the way they intersect with each other feels natural, feels right. That one's really impressive. All right, what's going on here? I had a lolly as well today. Dude, man, isn't that crazy? That last one was crazy. I had a lollipop or icy pop, an ice lolly. Feels cold. Feels like I can see it. Dude, if you had just a little bit of dripping at the bottom there, but I guess it's a substance, so it's kind of, you know, it is what it is. I love the, it's like you can feel the sun behind it, just melting it. Rem, what's up, dude? Oh, I'll message you next time that happens, man. Feels bad. So this is a pretty creative way of doing things as well. I really like this. The real question is, do those pieces actually fit? Like if you're to get those in there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, context, I do believe it had subsurface scattering on it. So it would feel, something would feel off if it didn't have it on. So this one's pretty cool. I like the idea behind it. It's executed pretty well. Maybe the roughness difference between the table and the puzzle could be a little bit more. You know, like puzzle pieces can get pretty reflective sometimes. Oh, dude. What? This is a material too? Sick. Oh, that's awesome. Turned out really well. This could use that sharpen approach we were talking about earlier. Oh, man, I love it when you don't see it as the whole sphere. It's just clipping like this. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Let's dupe this. Oops. We don't need searching. What are we doing here? We just do a other high pass. Got those tight details. We'll just overlay it. Oh, yeah. Crunchy. Just get it right in these core areas here. You want some of the stars to be a little crunchy. Some of the shadow details. Love this material. Dude, I love how when it's in shadow, you can see all the little lights and stuff. Someone was looking at the reference for show. Yeah, when it's subtle, it's really powerful. Gotta be careful with it. You can go overboard real quick. It's so subtle that you might not notice it on stream, I'm just realizing. This is cool. Despite working on Forza, I'm not much of a car person. That's a gun. Let's see here. So animated short. Dude, cool. Is the animated short link somewhere? Okay, there's the 2 profiles there. It's Kickstarter. Looks cool. Well executed. Visually quite interesting. And the way that you're using the shapes is really nice. Really cool. Let's see what else is going on here. Clothing steady. I'm scared. Oh my gosh. I mean, the only thing I think that's kind of failing is the way the material of the fabric is, or like even the shoelaces and the socks, is kind of just how the lighting is being affected, or how the lighting is affecting it. It's not really, kind of has the same feeling as the bottom here, the kind of rubbery sole. Man, this is sick though. You know what I mean though? Like getting those, getting the material to feel like it, because this feels like, it doesn't feel like a sock. It feels stiffer than that. It's pretty sick though. Nice subtleties in the jeans. Cloth steadies we're done with. Wow, interesting. Okay, so ZBrush, so okay, I have to go up here a little bit. Here we go, started learning Substance Designer. Baking and texturing, it will most likely take a whole other approach on this project. Dude, that's cool, man. In general, I think it's pretty successful. I need to change this music because it's probably turning you off. Dude, high pass would go crazy on this material. Just I gotta show you. Let's see here. Maybe like this area here. We'll just do. Yeah, see like the edges here. Oh yeah. You just maybe lower it a little bit. It's very good. Very good. Really nice material work. And the wrinkles, I don't know if you were doing those manually or if you were using like maybe like an alpha. I know there's some techniques for doing like the kind of zigzag patterns. Oh, nice. Stylized stuff too. Oh, I really like this. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, this is cool. Partly marvelous, but you just started in it? Nice. It's all about that high pass and the detailed normals. That's true, man. It's true. I love these. They're like dents, if you will. So this one's really interesting because like in certain lighting scenarios, it kind of throws you off. Like you're not sure what you might be seeing, but in some of them, like this one, it's very clear like where the grass is and where the mud is. And taking this and then actually putting grass cards on top of it, oh my gosh, it should be more than enough to get you over the finish line. You did it in 4K. Wow. Yeah, detail normals are gonna they're gonna make your work explode. They're just the amount of detail or perceived detail resolution goes through the roof with it. So this is pretty cool. I like this stuff. I like that there's a few different lighting scenarios. And I love seeing this type of render. You use them now, though? That's good. This one's really nice. I think, so with this specific image, it's kind of lacking some breakup where right now it feels like all the leaves are really flat, right? And like you kind of want some of them turned and bent and stuff like that. And I honestly, like, just do it. I mean, it's 7 months ago, of course, but when you're doing a material like this, don't even worry about the fact that that you shouldn't be putting geometry on. Just put geo on top of it. If you're making this material, you're trying to sell that material, right? So you make the material, you have this texture, and then when the leaves kind of are coming out a little too flat, in the material, you're going to curl some of the leaves, but you also can push the fidelity and the quality by actually just modeling some leaves and placing it on top as well. Just as long as you're noting it here and you show some wireframes, it's really going to show. And it's going to push the quality like way up. In this shot, it's really nice. And I think the reason for that is just the amount of breakup and areas of rest from leaves. Kind of seeing the leaves interact with water and mud, and where the puddles take over and the leaves go under the puddles. This is really nice. See, and this is another reason why people tend to choose spheres when they're showing their materials, because like here it feels really flat, right? But then like in this scenario, you can see a lot more of the depth and just the way that it kind of shapes as it goes along the surface. Oh, this is always cool to see. Seeing how people put stuff together is always really interesting to me. So these two, man, these two blew me away when I saw them. This one's really impressive, and I think what's really getting to me and like kind of resonating with me on just like the creativity of the material is the way that you've authored the little veins in the sand where the water has found like the least resistance and has kind of passed through. And then you've even added a little bit of a mask to some, if not all of them, maybe just the large ones, a little bit of a mask where it trails off and the dirt or sand doesn't build up as much behind it. So it really kind of gives it that directional information that that you don't necessarily realize you're seeing. It's that subtlety that sells the surface. And you really hit it on the head with this one. Man, look at it on the sphere too. Oh my gosh. AO looks really good. I'd be surprised if like, yeah, you're getting some good people commenting in here. Where's Josh? Has Josh not seen this? Josh Lynch would love this. So the other thing that's really making this shine is the presentation of the material surface. So like you've got these highlights, this really strong kind of bright light, really pushes the kind of wetness of the mud. Like I feel like I know what the sand is gonna feel like when I step on it. You know, like it'll have that little bit of squish. If you keep your foot on it and then you kind of wiggle your foot, you can kind of feel it settling inside of itself because of how wet the surface is. Anywho, really, really well done. And then this one's crazy. And I mean, this is being done. Yeah, you got a lot of reactions out of this one. So this one's also Substance Designer. Some ZBrush too, which I totally am okay with. Like, don't worry about the fact that if you're in Substance Designer, it does not mean it has to be 100% Substance. Maybe if the challenge says Substance only, or it's kind of implied in the challenge that it's a Substance Designer challenge, then you're in Substance Designer maybe, right? But do not let a tool limit you from being able to push the quality past what you think you can, what the tool is offering. If you can bring in other tools like ZBrush, for example, the fidelity and detail that you can pull off, like, yeah, don't let a tool limit your creativity, because tools will always change for better or worse. And as long as your creativity can push through it, like you can force a tool to make whatever content you're imagining. Now this part is amazing. More people need to do this. So like not only are you doing a material, but you're giving it some context, some scale. I think this is the first time I've actually seen a true story being told about a substance material. Like this right here, like Algorithmic needs to be posting this, in my opinion. This is awesome. Presentation of this is really nice. The albedo looks really good, and this is cool as well. But it's the end result, man. Like you cannot deny how cool that is. I'm fanning out a little bit about this portfolio. I apologize. I'm supposed to be full on critique mode. Your question. Ideal for recruiters. So you say texture and environment artist. I need to see some environments if you're going to say environment artist. We're at a time right now where textures, environments are coming. Oh yes. Oh yes. We're at a time right now where the industry for texturing using Quixel or Substance Designer or Quixel's mixer tools, photogrammetry, there's a huge explosion going on right now, and it's all over the place, right? I anticipate that, and I've talked with a couple people about this, I anticipate that just remember the tool is very technical, and replicating materials is great, but just make sure that you're bringing your own look to it. Because who knows, maybe in 5 to 10 years, a lot of this material work is going to become automated, and it's more about you having the eye for something that looks good. If that becomes the case, the people that have an eye for things are the ones that will continue to prosper. I guess it's kind of a weird way to say it. And naturally, over time, people will shift in that direction anyway. So it's not that if you're in substance designer, you're screwed in 10 years. That's a dumb way of thinking about it. It's like I wouldn't want people to think that. Just follow what interests you and push your creativity beyond the tool. I look forward to your environments. Dope portfolio, man.